Best Town Hall 13 attack strategy, let's get it. Alright, we're jumping right into the first attack. I'm going to show you guys around 10 attacks in this video, so make sure to watch them all. Let's get right into the first one. There's a ton of little tips you guys could do to make this army 3-star. Lots of you guys might think edrags aren't the best army, but this army is really good if you know how to use it. Edrags got changed about 2 months ago in the last update, so it's really good now. I'm going to be showing you guys like 10 or 12 tips with this army comp, but I can't show them all in one attack because I don't have enough time. I only got a minute in this attack, so make sure to watch all the attacks and make sure you know what you're doing with the new edrags. Really OP. First tip I'm going to say for this attack though is use your free spells early. You never want to be in that situation where you have 2 free spells and the attack's over. I've found myself there before. I know a lot of you guys probably have as well. Never want to find yourself with no troops left and like 2 free spells. Worst feeling ever. Make sure to use those free spells earlier instead of later. We absolutely crushed this base here, as you guys can see. This is a really common Town Hall 13 base. Look how many heroes I have left in troops. Queen's still alive. I think it's going to take out that lava hound. I still have a free spell. Queen still has ability. Edrags are like, what is that, 4 alive, 5 alive? That's a lot of edrags alive. I think I only had 7 to start, so only 2 died in this entire raid. Queen gets a ton of value on the left side. So my one tip for this attack was use your free spells early instead of later, guys. I'll make sure to give you guys some more tips on the next attack though. I'm going to show you guys a ton of 3 stars with this same attack, and let's get on to the next one. So for the second tip in the second attack strategy, guys, it is put your king on one corner of the base and your queen on the other. First thing you want to do when you look at these bases in Legends League or anywhere in Town Hall 13, you want to decide where you want to attack from on the base with your edrags. Don't spread your edrags out around the whole base. You want to attack from one side of the base. There's basically 4 sides of the base like it's a square. So you want to attack from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, or 9 to 12. I decided to go from 9 to 12 on this side of the base. As you can see, queen at 12, king at 9. Put your baby dragon behind the king usually to help funnel the other edge. And now that you know which side you're going to attack from, you drop in all your e-dragons and your balloons over there. Make sure not to drop them on one spot. That's really important. Spread them out, but don't spread them out too far because you want most of them to be in that warden ability. That's really key. Another thing we do on this base is drop 2 rage spells early and save the last rage spell for the town hall. This base has the town hall on the really far opposite edge, so we're going to try to save our warden ability as long as we can. As you guys can see, this warden ability is going to get so much value. Look at that. Make sure to freeze as soon as the CC troops come out, because witches, you want to make sure you freeze those early. We're going to rage on top of the town hall and then freeze it because we want our yetis to get a ton of yetimite value onto these expos and maybe even scatter shots. Absolutely crush this base. Look how many edrags I have left on this one. Warden ability did so much work here. Early rage spells are key also, guys. Early warden, early rage. Those are the 2 key things I could say. Make sure you keep that blimp alive to the town hall though, because if your blimp doesn't make it to the town hall, you will probably fail. And when I mean fail, I mean like 1 star. So make sure to keep that blimp alive all the way to the town hall. But besides that, it's a pretty easy attack, as you guys could tell. Not much stuff to do. A lot of people think it's really like too easy, and that's why most people 2-star with it. But if you're good at this attack, you could 3-star almost any Legends League base or any Town Hall 13 base. Doesn't matter if it's maxed. You just need to have a good blimp timing, good warden timing, good free spell timing. It's all about the small things. And there's another 3-star. Let's go. There's the army comp again. Let's keep on going. On to the third attack, and the third tip is try to attack bases that are close together. Like all the buildings are not spread out really far. As you can tell, this building has really good chain value. Chain value is huge with edrags. Obviously, that's their like #1 ability, being able to chain from defense to defense and structure to structure. Try to attack bases that are close together, compact in. Don't attack bases that are really spread out if you could avoid it. I know Legends League, obviously, you can't avoid it, so don't worry about that. Let's fast forward here. Where are my troops coming from? Here we go. So as usual, on attack from one side, king, queen. I'm going to be trying to go over every tip in each farther attack. Makes sense for you guys. Spread out your edrags, but don't spread them out too much. Use that queen ability early so it doesn't die. Hate those super minions. You got to try to freeze those early or poison them early if you can. Queen doesn't get too much value here. Early warden, blimp, wardens, balloons, all through the warden ability. Use those rage spells on the town hall. 1 rage spell on the town hall, 2 early rage spells. And then I should have used my freezes a little earlier here, but they should be coming any second now. I should be using a lot of them. Keep that scatter shot frozen basically the entire raid. That's a key defense. Scatter shots are probably the #1 defense you want to go for, unless there's single infernos attacking your heroes. Save those. Also, freeze the queen, guys. The queen does so much damage versus edrags. It could literally take out probably 2 edrags, like 1 versus 2 if there's no defenses. You need to freeze that queen or warden ability over the queen through a rage. Just take out that queen at all costs. Use those spells on the queen. And there we go, guys. It's pretty much another easy 3-star. King's on the edge, getting a ton of value here. We have 3 edrags, 4 edrags still alive. And then we have 5 archers. I always use 5 archers on these armies, just in case there's a corner builder hut. You never want those corner builder huts to cost you a 3-star. Bring 5 archers. It's just to swap it out for 1 balloons. That's not too big of a deal. Some people even bring 10 minions instead of 5 archers. You could use minions on like cannons, and archers can't get those, or bomb towers, or anything that only targets ground. And yeah, guys, another 3-star. Hopefully you guys are getting the tips I'm putting down. Should be pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Took me a few months though to really start 3-starring a lot of bases in Legends League against max NL13s with this army. Alright, up next we got a little bit more of a complicated base here. We know that the last few bases have been like teaser bases, town hall, and scatter shots towards one end. This is a regular war base, but let's think where you guys would attack from this base. If you saw this base before I attack, where would you guys attack from? What side of the base? Hopefully you pick this side. The reason you want to pick that side is, remember how we use our warden ability early. Since you use your warden ability early, you want to attack from the side with the most defenses. That is key. Attack from the side with the most defenses. So clearly the most defenses would be right here. 2 air defenses, 2 expos, and an eagle. You could maybe say it's this side, but this isn't really a side. As you could tell, it's 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock and then 3 to 6. You want to attack from 1 square, 1 straight side of the base. Don't attack from a corner. Please do not attack from a corner. So let's go. Let's send our troops in. Remember, from the first or second attack, king, queen to start it off. There we go. King, queen. They're going in. Alright, warden, balloons, dragons. Try to drop those as soon as you can. We want a warden ability, usually through that first eagle strike if possible. 2 early rage spells if possible. We wanted to freeze that air sweeper before it got off its first sweep. We missed it, but it's okay. We'll get it on the second one. Poison those super minions because those things do work. Rage over the town hall. We wanted to freeze again there. I missed the timing. Timing is everything on these attacks. If I hit the timings on those free spells, this would have been an even much easier 3-star than it was. Again, free spells a few seconds off, but it's not too big of a deal because we still get the 3-star anyways. Want to freeze that queen. As I've said before, queen's the most deadly thing to those edrags. And yeah, we pretty much crushed this base. A ton of edrags still alive. World champion doing its work. You already know. I think I used my last free spell on that air defense. Doesn't even get any value really. Pretty much no value out of that freeze. Besides maybe the warden auto attacks. Really good attack here overall on a war base, not a teaser base. Explained it easy for you guys. Again, you're not going to 3-star every time on this. It takes a lot of practice. But eventually, I've seen people like top 10 in the world using edrags. Neox, the OG one, taught the edrags. The OGs will know that. Got another teaser base here. Teaser bases are really good for edrags and blimps because the reason they're really good is because if you get that blimp all the way to the corner and you rage freeze, you could get a huge value with the 1 free spell. What I mean by that is 1 free spell. If you could get 1 free spell to freeze 2 scatters and a town hall and an air defense, that's insane value. These 6 free spells are all about getting as much value as you can. Value means trying to freeze more than 1 defense at once. So if you could ever get a huge cluster of defenses all in 1 corner to freeze, they're really good. Another thing is, before I attack, guys, where do you think you should put the king and queen? It doesn't matter where you attack from in the space, 3 to 6 or 6 to 9, it's identical on both sides. But where should you put the king and queen? Hopefully you answered to yourself. I'm going to tell you, you should always put the queen here because the queen could take out this air defense since it's ranged. If I put the king here and the queen here, queen would just get targeted by the single inferno, not get too much value. If I put the queen here, it's going to get a ton more buildings and the air defense, which is the main reason. King can't get that air defense and the queen can. Let's speed it up. We're going to go king and probably queen over here, I think. Where's my queen? Where's my king? There's the king. There's the ejags coming in. Baby dragon behind the queen. And then, as always, double rage. Warden ability is going to be late on this base since the town hall is so far away. We want to make sure your blimp makes it to the town hall If that blimp doesn't make it to the town hall, you're not going to 3-star, okay? It's just simple as that. Then there's that freeze value I was talking about earlier. You got to rage and then freeze. I used 3 freezes or something on that town hall, but it was worth it using like 5 spell slots to take out 2 scatter shots, the town hall, and whatever that building was. It's definitely worth it. You want to use those free spells and rage spells over the town hall, especially when it's a teaser base where you could get 2 scatter shots in the town hall. Scatter shots are most valuable defense probably on town hall 13. And there we go, guys, another 3-star. This one came down pretty close to the wire. I think my warden clutched it up. There was some seeking air mines probably up here. Yeah, there they come. But the level 50 warden auto attacks are super OP if you guys didn't know already. Actually, this one didn't come down too close. Nice 3-star there though. Let's keep on going. Another huge tip, this might be one of the last tips when you guys are attacking, is attacking from what side of the base. What side of the base do you want to attack from? Sweepers are probably the number 2 thing behind scatter shots that you need to target with your free spells. So look at this base here. What do you see? 2 sweepers facing like the opposite side. 2 sweepers not protecting both sides of the base. Usually sweepers face opposite sides. These 2 are both going to the east. That makes it a clear decision. We're going to attack away from the sweepers, and then our edrags and balloons could run over the base with no like air going against them. Makes it an easy 3-star. Let's go king, queen in the corners as always. We're going to go 2 edrags early here just to get some chain value. We don't need to drop them all right away because we don't want our balloons to get too far out ahead of the edrags. That's always huge. Remember that. You want your balloons and edrags to be relatively close to each other. There comes the edrags. There comes the balloons. We're going to warden and then RC and then warden ability. Obviously early 2 rages. Same thing in all the attacks, guys. That's key. Rage over the town hall. Might not freeze this town hall. We're going to drop a poison. We don't need to freeze the town hall if there's no scatter shots or other defenses near it. There's no point in freezing it. The reason you want to freeze it, if there is because those 2 scatter shots could go down. This base doesn't really matter. We want to save our free spells for the queen because that thing is so annoying. You probably wasted a few free spells here on this queen, but it's just so powerful against edrags. And then let's speed this one up, see what else is going on here. I need to freeze that queen, like 3 free spells invested on that queen. I'm surprised this attack 3-starred, honestly. It doesn't look like a 3-star. Probably these 2 edrags clutched it up, got that last single. Honestly, I did not expect this to 3-star by looking at it right now. Must have been because that scatter shot was already weak. This was a really close attack, barely got this one in. Still, really good attack overall. Could have done my free spells a little better in timing, especially using 3 free spells on a queen. Want to try to use like 2 or 1 or rage over it instead. Good 3-star though overall. Alright, last attack here, guys. We're going to show you how to take out the classic ring base here. Both air sweepers are pointing opposite direction, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, it does kind of matter. You don't want to attack from 6 o'clock to 9 or 12 to 3. You want to go against one sweeper and just keep it frozen the whole time, because you could get decent freeze value here, getting the town hall and the sweeper and maybe even the world champion in 1 freeze. Anyways, we're going to attack from this side of the base here. King, queen on each corners. You guys already know what's up with that. I'm going to drop our edrags, drop our balloons. It's the same thing every time. You guys should be getting the hang of it now. Warden and then RC, blimp, warden ability, double rage, poison. Need to freeze this sweeper. Let's see if I get the timing. I missed the timing. These attacks, guys, are all about timings. The tiniest half a second is the difference between 3 stars and like a 60% 2-star. This base, I still end up 3-starring, but if I hit that timing, it's just going to be so much easier of a 3-star. I'm going to freeze here because I want my Yeti mites to take out these expos, or not expos, these multi-infernos if possible, and the sweepers. That's why we use that freeze, to keep our Yetis alive as long as possible. And then for our next 2 free spells, I think I'm going to use them on this air defense, or maybe the scatter shot. Actually, scatter shot's much more value. What am I thinking? Going to use my last free spell where? On the scatter shot again. Scatter shot got a hit off. Better timing equals more 3-stars. Work on your timings, guys. Know when those scatter shots auto attack. Know when those sweepers go off. The more you know about that, the more you will 3-star. Spell timing is a huge difference. Makes the top players different from like the mid-level players like me. Top players always hit those spell timings perfectly. Whenever they freeze a scatter shot or freeze a multi, or not a multi, whenever they freeze a scatter shot or freeze a single inferno, it is perfectly timed to the best possible like potential for their troops to get the most damage. And yeah guys, that's gonna be the last attack. Took out a few different styles of bases in Legends League with this army comp. It's my favorite army comp. Of course there's many different TH13 army comps. This is what I think is the best. You guys could probably disagree. There's lots of different ones, especially like witches, Zap Lalo, all sorts of different types of army comps to TH13. I think that one's the best one. It's my opinion, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made this far in the video, let's go. Appreciate that. Make sure to check out some of my other attack strategies if you like attack strategies. Try to upload daily Clash of Clans videos on the channel, so subscribe for those. Make sure to like, comment. I already said subscribe. Become a member if you want to support extra. Thank you guys again for watching. Peace out. See you in the next video.